Have you ever experienced an unexplainable coincidence and wondered, is this just chance or is the universe speaking to me? Welcome to the world of synchronicity, a phenomenon that has intrigued some of the greatest minds of psychology and mysticism alike. Synchronicity, a term coined by the legendary Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung, refers to those meaningful coincidences that seem to defy logic. Jung believed these moments aren't just random occurrences, they're glimpses into something much larger, the collective unconscious. But there's more. Today, we'll explore not only Jung's perspective, but also how the spiritual mystic Osho viewed synchronicity in a radically different light, one rooted in psychology and the science of the human psyche, the other embedded deeply in spirituality, surrender, and existence itself. As students of psychology, we'll dive into how these two distinct worldviews offer us a unique lens to interpret the same phenomenon. To understand Carl Jung's idea of synchronicity, we must first grasp one of his most groundbreaking concepts, the collective unconscious. Unlike Freud's theory of the personal unconscious, where our repressed thoughts and memories are stored, Jung introduced a far more expansive idea. Imagine an ocean shared by all of humanity. Deep below the surface are symbols, myths, and archetypes shared across time and culture. This ocean is the collective unconscious, and it manifests in dreams, myths, and, you guessed it, moments of synchronicity. Jung argued that these universal symbols, like the hero, the shadow, and the wise old man, appear not just in our psyche, but can be mirrored in events around us. Jung believed that these archetypes shape our perceptions and guide our behaviors. Let's explore a few to understand how they manifest in life. The hero. Often seen as the individual who embarks on a journey of growth and discovery, this archetype appears in myths across cultures, from Hercules to Harry Potter. The shadow. Representing our hidden, often darker desires, the shadow lurks within, influencing our thoughts and actions in subtle yet powerful ways. The wise old man. The figure of guidance and wisdom, representing the deeper knowledge that can only be gained through experience. These archetypes are not just fantasies, they are universal patterns that influence how we interpret synchronicity. When we experience a coincidence that mirrors an archetype, it is the collective unconscious bubbling up into our conscious awareness. For Jung, synchronicity wasn't just about an event happening, it was about the meaning behind it, the way it reflects our inner world. Jung's theory of synchronicity didn't just live in books, it came alive in his work with patients. One of his most famous examples occurred during a therapy session. A woman, deeply skeptical of her dream's symbolic power, shared a story about a golden scarab beetle. As she spoke, Jung heard a tapping on the window. To their surprise, a golden scarab beetle, a rare insect in that region, flew into the room. Jung saw this as more than mere coincidence. He believed that the scarab symbolized rebirth, a message from the patient's unconscious mind manifesting in the real world to push her toward psychological transformation. This was synchronicity in action, an outward event perfectly mirroring an inner psychological reality. Imagine the depth of insight this gives us into the human mind. As psychology students, we can apply Jung's ideas to therapy, self-reflection, and understanding the deeper patterns in our lives. Synchronicity, according to Jung, offers a bridge between the conscious mind and the collective unconscious, a tool for personal growth and self-awareness. While Jung saw synchronicity through the lens of psychology, Osho, a mystic, philosopher, and spiritual teacher, viewed it in the context of life's greater flow. For Osho, synchronicity wasn't just a psychological event, but a spiritual one, intertwined with the very fabric of existence. Osho taught that synchronicity occurs when we surrender to the flow of life. In his view, life itself is intelligent and deeply connected. The more we align with the flow of existence, the more we let go of resistance, the more we begin to notice synchronicities unfolding around us. When you are open and in a state of surrender, synchronicity becomes natural. It is the universe's way of guiding you, showing you the path. The more you resist, the more you miss the signs. But in the moment of trust, life becomes an ongoing synchronicity. So how do these two viewpoints compare? Jung, the scientist, the psychologist, sought to analyze synchronicity as part of the human mind, a glimpse into our unconscious world, a way to understand ourselves. Osho, the spiritual teacher, saw synchronicity as a cosmic event, something to be experienced, not analyzed. Jung encouraged us to look for meaning, to interpret the signs as guides for personal transformation. Osho, on the other hand, asked us to stop trying so hard to understand everything. To him, synchronicity didn't need interpretation, it simply required trust. In many ways, these two perspectives complement each other. Jung's analysis helps us understand synchronicity's psychological value, while Osho's surrender encourages us to embrace the wonder without always needing an explanation. Both approaches invite us to see life as a dance between the inner and outer worlds. As students of psychology, you might wonder, how can we apply these ideas practically? Jung's model provides a solid foundation for analyzing how synchronicity can act as a therapeutic tool. Imagine working with a patient and noticing that their external life mirrors the exact inner turmoil they've been avoiding. Recognizing these patterns allows us to guide them toward a deeper understanding of themselves. On the other hand, Osho's teachings remind us of the importance of remaining open, not getting too bogged down in analysis. After all, life's mysteries often defy logical explanation. Osho encourages us to balance the rigor of psychology with the openness of spirituality, creating a more holistic approach to mental well-being. Synchronicity isn't just something that happens in therapy or spiritual practice. It happens in everyday life. Have you ever been thinking about a song and moments later it plays on the radio? Or perhaps you've been wrestling with a decision only to randomly come across a book or article that provides the answer you were looking for. These small but profound moments remind us that there's a web of connection at play, a thread that ties together the events of our lives. For Jung, these synchronicities were moments of self-discovery. For Osho, they were reminders that life is intelligent and that we must surrender to its flow. In the end, whether you view synchronicity through Jung's analytical lens or Osho's spiritual one, the message is clear. Life is more interconnected than we often realize. These seemingly random moments aren't just coincidences. They are invitations to explore deeper parts of ourselves and the universe. As Jung said, the meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. And perhaps that is what synchronicity truly is, a reaction between ourselves and the universe, a transformation waiting to happen. The question is, are you paying attention? If you think this video opened up a new perspective for you, give us a like. Please subscribe and hit the bell notification to get notified. Thank you so much for watching.